Hey, Kirk Junge here from LearningGolf.tv. A lot of people didn't understand in the last video what I was trying to show as far as the orientation of the trailing arm to the club. You can see here when I hold a hammer how it's aligned. If you draw a line down the shaft of the hammer, how it's in perfect alignment with my right forearm when I would be hitting the nail. You can see also when you're hitting a nail, that's how you set up. So you set up with the orientation of the hammer to the arm that you're going to be in when you impact the nail. This obviously makes it easier than if you set up at an angle. So when you're looking from behind the direction of the hit, as here, it's this orientation that I'm talking about, at least to the elbow. So we're talking about the back of the right arm and the forearm are in that alignment. So when you look at here Roger Federer, you see the same alignment when he hits the ball. Again, the tennis racket, whether you see the red line, it goes through the trailing arm at least to the elbow. This alignment and orientation, this is how it has to be anytime you make a swing at high speed. The momentum of the swing straightens it out with your arm. Moving on to baseball, you can see at impact, again, I have a red line drawn through the bat, and you can see how the red line, in this case, it's slightly underneath the bat, but if you were at the level of the forearm, you can see that it would be in perfect alignment. Also interesting, the orientation of the right hand being under the bat more as opposed to rotated more on top. Similar to the hammer, how you put the hammer in your hand as well. Here with Barry Bonds, you can see as well, the trailing arm in his case is the left arm, but you can see the perfect alignment with the bat. Then if you look at a person using an axe, here's impact. Notice the orientation again, the right arm to axe, virtually identical. So with an axe you set up there as well. In golf, for some reason, they don't. Then when you get to golf, strangely, the top players do not set up with this orientation. So they're setting up with the right arm coming in above the shaft. You can see the red line in this case for the driver and the right arm hanging down from above. And the problem with that is it's nowhere near how it will be at impact. And so when we go to impact, you can see here that he is totally in a different position with his body, pushing up in the air with the feet. And now you see the yellow line through the club in the same orientation that you saw with the hammer, the axe, baseball bat, and tennis racket. You can see the same exact orientation. So the question is, why wouldn't you set up with that orientation? It's been proven over many years to work far better. The problem is that the pros learned as kids to set up the way they do, and this has gone on for over 100 years, set up with the arms hanging down. But the problem is for the normal golfer, it takes way too much work and practice to ever attain decent impact. It's far easier if you would set up closer to this position, as I teach you in my setup for impact golf swing. So again, you can see here Ricky Fowler, set up, see the hands, and I watch the body move to the impact position. Set up, impact. You see the orientation, the red line in line with the right arm and club shaft. Again, the main idea, just set up there. You see Rory, green line, nowhere near his right arm, impact. Look what happened. In his case, he's scrunching down in there so he doesn't have to pull away as much. Club's in perfect, the same orientation with the right arm and club at impact as you saw with all the other examples. Jordan Spieth, same thing. Look at the change in his body from setup to impact. Look at the orientation of the right arm to club shaft. Bernhard Langer, same thing. Setup, impact. Could go on and show you 100 golfers. It's all the same thing, and especially amateurs. They have that same alignment at impact. It's just too difficult for them to get there with the face square and the club moving in the right direction from where they start. The top players have practiced for years hitting millions of golf shots and found a way to compensate for the inferior setup position that's been propagated on the public for the past 100 years. So to get started learning how to set up for impact, visit my website at learninggolf.tv. There is a free learning series available, and there's also a 14-day free trial. You can get started learning the grip, setup, and simple drills, which you can do at home, which will get you out on the golf course. Most people improve right away, many in their first round out. So give it a try today. Let me know if you have any questions, and please subscribe here on YouTube and like this video. Thank you very much.